Blackie saw that this guy has motion and he gave him the best verse, because that verse on Abeko could be Blackie's best verse from last year, because he did a lot on that verse. He even dissed to Luke.
It's the switch up, baby.
What it do, it's your boy DJ Switch, the Mixtape King, and yo, we are finally back out at M Studios. This is the first episode of 2025, episode 125. You get that? Yeah. Trust me. And it's going to be a special one. Make sure you do the good things. You like, subscribe, share this. And if you want to send those super thanks, give us some. Give us some new there, please. You know what I mean? We're trying to make some money out here. I got to pay the producer. I got to pay some new lady now that's on the team. I got to pay for the powder for my face. You feel me? Not that face, but I mean, not that powder, but I mean like the translucent powder. You feel me? Yo, Tabang, what's up, bro?
Easy,
You backside, huh? Z, what you saying? And of course, we got the judge now. You must also say hello there. Hi. All right, yeah, it is the first one for the year. And what a crazy time it's been last year to this year. We said a lot of things that's been happening. This show is about up-and-coming artists, emerging artists, unearthing artists. And we want to give them a spotlight. But obviously now we also got to give it some people that are also doing some other groundwork for the culture. And also, guys, please, can we stop saying for the culture? I think that's also just loosely being used now. Yeah, we're doing everything for the culture. Jeez. You know what I mean? Like, we just become like a trust fund. No, we're for the culture, so give us. But we got none other than Okayswisher, right? With DJ Switch on Put Me On Switch.
Thank you.
What it do, my brother?
Thank you for having me, man. I find it quite fitting that I'm the first one.
Yeah, for the year.
Best for first.
Yeah, you're getting some claps and everything right now. Welcome to the show, bro.
Thank you,
First of all, I got to say thank you so much for the work you're doing. Man, you're doing an amazing job. You've been putting me on some artists as well. And that's the cool thing about the show. It's like, it's not about me putting you on. You're going to also put us on. You know what I mean? And I think, you're just doing an amazing job, giving light to what's happening out in the streets. The last time we had somebody on the streets was probably like Scoop doing, what was this damn show? When he did like this TV show?
Yo MTV.
No, not even your MTV. Before, it was on SABC or something like that, street something.
Okay.
And he would go on the street and speak to some artists or whatever the case would be. Where it's just that vibe where, obviously, most of the time you're in Braamfontein. And you're always there outside drama. It's not like, I don't know if they're giving you or KFC. I don't know if you got an endorsement out there, but hey.
Yeah, I wish.
Right? But where did it start for you? Because, when I came across you, I'm like, damn, this guy's dope, man. Were you following Slick Talk's vibes?
No, never. I do my own thing, and I think I saw it. I saw a gap in the industry because there was not many people documenting SA hip hop. Like I searched, I wanted to know about an artist. Like I remember searching who 25K is on Google, and I couldn't even find his real name. I was like, hey, bro, guys, like, why aren't people
What is his real name?
I don't know. I forgot. I still don't know. But I remember like searching, why can't I know about these artists? And I was like, okay, you know what? This is my job now. Let me unearth and make sure that people actually tap in and actually know who these artists are, And slowly but surely it gained more prominence for me because now
I got the traction.
I got it, and I got it before actually getting into Johannesburg because it's my sophomore year now in Johannesburg, my second year. And
where you from?
I'm from Queenstown, Queenstown, Eastern Cape.
I told you my classes.
Sure. I know Zenande is from Queenstown as well. So
yeah, Judge.
Shout out to her.
She's also first time on the show now. She's behind the scenes for us now. So you'll see that content coming out fresh. But wait now. So Eastern Cape Bruce, don't you let span there? What?
No, we all come to Johannesburg to span here because we see Johannesburg Brews aren't spanning hard enough.
Younger Chief.
Yeah.
Eastern Cape.
Queenstown, yeah. Make sure you mention that.
Listen, you see, I judge. Just check out
Queenstown, yeah. Leo Brown, Queenstown.
Leo Brown.
He's from my village, Lady Frey.
Boot legend. Oh, Lady Frey. Boot legend.
Boot legend, Mtata.
Tay Africa.
Uyihlo.
Uyihlo. Yo.
Who else? Yeah.
Eastern Cape is struggling with.
No, nigga, we up.
You're up, but you're all moving to Jozi for the City of Lights.
Yeah, City of Gold.
So, are you studying out here?
I studied at UFS, Integrated Organizational Communication. You can hear the flow. I mean, And then I graduated on the 7th of December, 2023.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. And then I moved to Jozi. I remember on the 7th I graduated, and then I packed my bags on the 8th. was like, hey, bro, let me go to Josie.
Right.
And I arrived here on the 8th. And then on the 9th, there was Sports Scene put me on final.
Yeah.
I was already there. You know, I was like, you know what? Let me shoot. Let me do my thing. And, and the love that I got, I knew that, okay, this is now my city now.
It's open now.
It's open. And people already love what I'm doing.
Right.
I remember meeting, not Benjamin, not Benjamin.
Yeah. He was on the show too.
Yeah, shout out to the bro. He was like, yo, I love your shit. I was like, oh, shit, thank you. I fuck with you too. And that's when I knew
No homo.
Yeah. That's when I knew that, okay, this is what I have to do now.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I finally got to meet you at Red Bull BC and I was like, bro, you gotta come to the show.
Shout out.
And that was a year later because, BC1 is coming right now again. So it's like a year, and now it's happened. I think it's a perfect time. You've really just, put together a lot of things. I think, we're doing one and the same thing. You sort of on the streets, we're just giving the people the opportunity to come and sit and have an actual interview. You know what I mean? Because, everybody does document what's happening outside, but we don't actually get to sit and say, let's drive you now. Who are you?
Speak on it.
You know what I mean? And I think, that's why, this is my gap. You know what I mean? So
nice.
you can mention and say like, yo, these are artists you should know. His lines on Friday. This is the artist you should know, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, we should know them, but do we know them? We only hear their music, but do we know?
We don't know them personally.
You understand? You know what I mean? So, and that's why it's important to understand that, what you're doing, what I'm doing is exactly one and the same thing, but it's very important that both platforms, kind of, give light to the artist. You understand?
I agree.
So, so it's Switcher Fridays, right?
Swisher Fridays. Not Switch. Swisher.
I feel like, you try to short left it there because you realize like, hey, there is DJ Swish, but I like the Swisher thing. Right?
I was like, you know what? Let me remove a couple of letters and add a SH.
Because this is a real thing because there was one time, right? It was DJ Switch and there was some guy calling himself Switch DJ.
Oh, that's too close now.
I'm like, what's the difference?
There's no difference there.
Oh, yes, he called himself Switch Up DJ. So I'm like, what is it?
What did you tell him?
No, I never actually met him, but I don't
okay.
see him on flyers no more, so that's a good thing.
Great thing.
You went into the other and more section.
Yeah.
Right? So obviously, so hip hop is a love for you. And I mean, like, obviously you do cover a lot in the music industry, right? And I just wanted to, bring you on the show because you have been putting on a lot of artists, obviously doing certain reviews. And now you also work at Soul.
Yes.
Right?
Shout out to the team at Soul because they recognized me quite early. I remember I actually applied. I emailed them while I was still in UFS. And they were like, no, man, we don't have any opportunities right now. We'll look for things next year. Thanks for reaching out. We'll try something next year. I was like, oh, okay, fine. I take rejection well, so it's fine. It's part of the game, innit?
Right? Yeah.
And then they actually did it. I was chilling and listening to music, and I was like, why is my music stopping? I get this email. Yo, Okayswisher would love for you to be an additional part of the publication. I was like, ooh. Ooh.
Hey.
Now it's up now.
But wait, hold on. Let's take some steps back there. First of all, you initiated, things. So you went to go, like, some people are like, where's the opportunity? So you created something and then you got rejected. So, but it didn't stop you from becoming who you are now. And that's the consistency. We got to give some claps on that shit. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Don't worry, you're in the show.
I'll hear it there. I thought I was waiting for the claps, But yeah.
No, they can clap for you, but we got the virtual one. You know what I mean?
Clean.
So I think, it's that thing of like you were consistent. And a lot of people, they want to become, I don't know, what would you call yourself?
Content creator,
right.
Presenter, yeah,
hey,
man.
hey,
you can go on. Like event planner, like, hey, man.
Oh, right, we're gonna speak about that.
We even have that now.
We're gonna speak about that.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so dope to see that you were consistent, and that's now opening other doors for you because you're getting the traction. And I think you also understood that, there's hundreds and thousands of up-and-coming artists.
Plenty.
As opposed to the narrow monopoly that we have, right? And that's what people don't understand. It's like, man, there's a lot of up-and-coming artists. Like, our DMs is full, like, waiting to come. But also, once again, you gotta do the vetting.
Yes.
Right? You gotta do the vetting. And we're gonna get into that because the reason why I brought you on the show is because we want to know who's gonna kill it in 2025?
Oof.
And I want like, your top 3, top 4, top 5, whatever it may be.
Top 5, nah.
All right, let's go for top 5. But, I've been around the country. You've also doing your research online. And I've seen some of these artists perform live, right? And through the year, let's say from 2024, because you always see the highlight MC at the end of the year.
Okay.
But we're not forecasting of what's coming. And for me, I think that's more important to see who's coming. Because we don't know. There's a lot of underground cats that we see, but we can see them cooking, but are they gonna make it?
Because the bubble can stop sometimes. It can't be bubbling forever if you're not pushing forward. Right. And I think the first artist that comes to mind for me is this guy from the underground scene. His name is Baby Lowski. Do you know him?
You see, that's why we're here. Oh, you know him, Tabang?
Oh my days, Tabang
Baby
knows
Lowski.
him. Baby Lowski's 16 years old. And he dropped this album called Balva. I put it in my top 3 best albums that dropped last year. That's my word, and my word is strong. And I was like, whoa.
Hey, my word is strong.
It is. Wait, when I say something,
okay,
the Bruce listen. And I was like, no, Balva was too matured of an album. He had Blackie on it. He had Jay Katana on it.
Yo.
He had Kindly Nash on the deluxe. And you just listen to the album and you're like, wow, the cohesiveness of the tape is awesome.
Right.
Every track bangs. And he dropped that deluxe because his fans were like, yo, bro, please, Lowski, drop another thing for us.
Sure.
It is that fire.
Sure.
He dropped the deluxe and that confirmed that his greatness is up. So I believe this year is going to be
2025 for him?
2025 for him. I don't know if you tapped in with Brother Coop. I'm sure.
Wait, hold on. I gotta give my one though.
Clean.
We're gonna go head to head, right?
Clean.
And then your guys will decide who really is gonna kill it, right? Before we go into my first one, and this is like no particular order. It's not on hierarchy. It's just random, right? But do you think features do highlight the artist?
Features do help an artist.
Well, do they highlight the artist or help the artist?
If you get a feature from a prominent artist,
like
yes.
you just mentioned Lowski with Blackie, you know what I mean?
Yeah, very much. It's a big cosign. If I was an artist and I got a like Loon MC Tick, like that's another artist I was gonna go into.
Slow
I'm sorry,
down,
like
this guy.
but it gets to the
I'm gonna
thing
buzz
that
you out
I'm
just
speaking.
now, bro.
Blackie is such a goat, bro, because I feel like he gets these artists before everyone else. Loon MC Tick was.
I know that. Does he get them or do they go to him?
Nah, he gets them. He's like, no, you know what? You actually fire. Let me give you a verse,
Okay.
So, let me just say the second artist.
I know.
It gets to the thing I'm speaking because it's involved with Blackie.
Okay, sharp.
I'll give you a chance. It's your podcast, man.
Right.
So, Loon MC Tick, I did mention I was at Sports Scene.
Right.
And he was one of the finalists there. Him, Lo-Fi, Doug Paul, and Chase Williams, who was the eventual winner. So I remember watching this brew performing, and I was like, this is really good. This guy could be the winner here, but like I feel like those competitions are decided prior. And hey man, it's a buzzer again.
No, that was Klebs.
Okay.
That was Klebs. It was politique now.
Hey man, but hey, let's go live, bro. So I'm like, okay, this brew has a lot of traction on TikTok.
Right.
And with TikTok is really important for an artist. I wish all artists tapped into a TikTok. But anyways, Loon MC Tick gets a verse from Blackie. Like this year, I saw KK Fam posted, and I was like, okay, this guy deserves it. He's from KZN.
Right.
I'm not sure where from KZN, but it's not Durban. Around those places, Stanger, PMB. Not sure, bro. I think it's PMB, bro, But yeah, that bro is fire, bro. So to your question that you asked, features do help, bro, but like you also have to have your own personality so it doesn't feel like this is the feature
you're riding on the feature.
You're riding on the feature. 100%. No, you still have to have your own aura.
100%.
Yes, sir.
All right, okay, here we go. I'm going to go with Peg from Durban.
Oh, I like that, bro.
Yo.
Gonka.
Eish. Yeah, I think Peg from Durban, I really watched his moves, and actually I got him, I think it was from KKK. They posted him and I was like, damn, this is some Lungu now. Cover the levels.
Yay.
And he's spitting on some other new joint now. And I mean like, he's on it. And he actually really does want the shit.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Like, he really wants it. We got him in Durban at Shoot Your Shot. They love him in Durban, bro.
Okay.
They really do give him his props. And he's done Cotton Fest in Joburg. Homie came and camped out here with Caleb as also a producer. And I really think there's something there. You gotta give him your ear and you gotta give him the time, right? Because I think he's gonna fuck up a couple of homies this year, and he just gotta get that sweet. He's already in the spot. The raps are there, the bars are there. He knows how to adapt. You know what I mean? He's not offbeat. He's not trying to be. He's just trying to be cool mlungu, finish and club from Durban, and he's still speaking in his rapping in vernac too, though.
That's so important, having vernac in your rap.
Come on, you know what I mean, right? So that for me is no particular order, like I said. Then I would say Aeon.
Aeon September.
Yes, right.
I like her.
I like her a lot, you know, and I like her a lot. I got a whiff of her towards the end of the year last year, and then we got her in Durban as well. She also, took part in the sports scene event, and her sound when we saw her perform as well. Yo, that's what I'm saying. Like when you mention an artist, you can't just say that an artist is great, or that's your top 5 artists on your headphones. Have you seen the person perform live on stage?
Do they have aura?
Do they have presence? Are they there to represent? Because you can be cock on stage and you can be dope in studio and vice versa, right? So for me, Aeon, she's got a sound, she's got a look, she's got a feel. She's a brand, and she's gonna grow into that brand. And just saying, guys, just listen. And what she's doing is so dope, right? Yes, you got a bit of scope from and once again, entering those competitions gives you a bit of marketing, gives you a bit of scope, and it helps you project you for the next year. Also, she is putting the work in, which means that she didn't stop because, I got a feature or whatever. So now, because sometimes you get a feature and then you're gonna plumb now. And you're gonna wait for the numbers to show up.
No, man.
Right? Right? All right, so that's my first 2.
I like Aeon. She's dropping like Cash Contant if she hasn't dropped the song already. Dope. My third one is an artist from Durban. I feel like, Durban is...
They do have the source.
They have it, guys.
They have it.
We have to allow it.
They gotta run right now.
Mtungwambulazi, he's an artist. He's really fire, bro. I heard him on the tape Galo-Fi, and I also heard him on his own tape with Audio Sims, Mshubo, and I was like, oh, bro, this guy's really good. I won't dream. I don't dream.
Are you with it? Are you with it?
He's with it, Tabang.
Oh, Tabang, why aren't you escaping us? Oh, by the way, Tabang's producing these days.
Shout out, bro.
You must
he also shoots for me sometimes. Like,
yeah, I know he's shooting for everybody.
Yeah, appreciate that, bro. He's for
gotta
the
also send my own invoice to these people.
Hey man. But back to Mtungwa. Mtungwa is really passionate with his work. I heard him on this other song with him, Don Hades, and Angelo Superstar, another artist from Carltonville, she's good with Angelo, but we here with Mtungwambulaz. There's this song, Bati wow,
Yo, we gotta get them on the show, though.
You have to. I was waiting on them, why aren't they here?
But you can also request.
I'll be like, yo,
check this, and
bring
that's
Don Hades or someone.
Yeah, sure. And then if that person is whacked, then we'll just blame Okayswisher. Says Swisher.
Swisher, not that one.
It's like, I don't know about your word of approval.
Yay.
You know what I mean? I don't think so, because that's the responsibility you have to take.
It's a big one. I can't just promote anyone who's just anyone.
And I mean, a lot of people want to get onto the show, but it's the responsibility we got to take to be like, yo, y'all got to listen to these artists, and if we say so, we might foresee, because we kind of hearing the vibe, but they can let us down by not putting out the work. You get me?
I get you.
Right, so, okay, that's your third one, right?
Third one, yeah.
Yo, are you getting these names, pa? You gotta show them. You're gonna do the way they do it there. Mac G and his show, they show the pop-ups. But we won't show pop-ups. We'll show full screen.
I get it.
Right? Damn. So there was another brew we saw in Durban. He is featured on Usman Mani's album, but not off that hype. We saw him face to face. He caught our DJ there, but Slum Ego.
Oof.
Slum Ego has got something.
His verse on Opet is crazy.
Yeah, he is on Usman Mani's album, and Slum Ego's got something going on. Yes, once again another brew from Durban.
Yeah.
Durban
got the heat, Durban,
That's number 3 for me.
Okay, number 4 for me now. Let's switch it up and actually name people from Jozi. Jay Katana, you tapped in with him?
I've been hearing the name,
Uh.
but I'm not really that tapped in. Also, once again, you can't be basing this off. Okay, yes. Before we get into Jay Katana, right?
Yeah.
Are you basing these things just off singles, their progression? Is up and coming artist like is a mixtape important? Is like I don't want you to do an album because you're not ready yet, right? Because we've had this thing in South Africa where we're just hitting singles, and my philosophy is you basically trying to become a one hit wonder, and if you don't have a follow up, it's gonna be chai for you.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
I get you completely. It's important to have an album as an artist so we can hear that you can actually be more than just a single.
Right.
And with Jay Katana, I know he's dropped tapes before. There's this song where Blackie also jumped on it.
Ah,
Cool,
come
Calm,
on, no,
Collected.
we're
I'm telling
gonna
you,
cross you out
Blackie's
now.
the OG, bro.
We're gonna cross
I'm
you
telling
out.
I remember I did the
Wait a
list and I
minute.
was like,
Is Blackie giving away these features?
hey, Blackie's just tapped in before all the other brews tap in, and then these brews come up, and Blackie has already been like, oh no, we've made a song before, you know. Jay Katana is really
Wait,
big.
hold on. Before we get to Jay, because now we're going to diverge here a little bit, but just keep your there. That's your third one, right? No, that's your fourth one.
Fourth one, yeah.
So, we know we also got this thing. Some artists, they got hype and they're like, yo, can I get a feature? Like, no, how much coins you got? But from the sound of it, Blackie's giving the shit away for free.
Yes.
Right? And how important do you think that is for an established artist?
It's a cosign because now you show that it feels like you know that you've been in their shoes. So you're doing something that you wish an OG did for you. And basically now Blackie's at the point where if it gives you a verse, that song is going to go up. And
without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Because, I mean, you're going to get a notice saying that, you know, Blackie's a cheat code.
Oh, dude, Blackie's just
He
great.
is a cheat code, I won't lie.
Ish. He's too good.
Java's a cheat code.
Java's cheat code of the most. Cheatiest cheat code to Java.
You know, so I mean, like, and it's like just because I remember they've got the numbers standard, and then the Spotify algorithm is gonna say we're gonna scale you too,
gonna push you too.
You know, so I mean that's why I'm, you know, and it's scary because once again the follow up, like, can you stand alone when that person is not there? Because they're gonna push their own shit. They're not gonna push you anymore, no more. You understand? So you get the feature. Now you gotta say, hey, now what? Because now we don't have the cheat code with me. So how do you progress? And this is my chat with some of these artists because they always gunning for the biggest feature, or they'll say, "Mommy, give me some racks. I need to pay Java, Blackie, Big Zulu, all right, just to get that feature going, right? Because you know what I mean. And this is the thing that's very controversial in terms of how you set yourself out. And you might agree, might not agree. Hey, listen, I'm not the alpha and omega of this industry, but it's something you got to consider that, you know, this is a time and a space where you got to stand in your own, because that same artist will not be able to back you on and on and on. Look, it worked out for Koilas. They're moving with Java, and it makes sense because they're not far off from what Java's doing.
That sound.
You understand? So, and he endorses them to say, like, no, these guys have got energy, because that's the only, as much as Java's been on Versus, that's the only group that's really performing at his shows.
Yes, and the thing is, they have the motion with or without Java. That's so
another
important.
thing. You see, they carry the momentum from the cosigns, because if you do get a cosign, that person's got to carry a little bit. And Koilas have carried it on their own with or without Java.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, they got their plaque easy peasy like that, real quick.
Typhoon, shout out.
You know what I mean? Right? But let's go back to Jay Katana, right?
Jay Katana. He's been in the underground for a while. Bruce in the underground love him. He's like an OG in that scene. But in the mainstream, I feel like people haven't tapped in as much as they should. But they are. Slowly but surely they are, because the songs are progressing. Even the A&Rs are hitting them up.
Once again, is it his year? Is it going to be his year?
I think so. It's his year. He was performing at the Vans, Little Sims.
Right, Little Sims, House of Vans.
Yeah, House of Vans. And the crowd went crazy for them. Like, it was him and Brother Cooper. Brother Cooper I wouldn't mention because I think he's up now, you know. Jay Katana's also, like, up, but, like, I'm just, you know, for the people on traffic.
Right.
They have to be in the know-how now. Jay Katana, he performed at House of Vans and he killed the show, man. And rightfully, I put him up there as the artist to look out for this year, 2025.
All right.
That's my fourth.
That's your fourth. All right. I hope this homie does pull up. It does make it come through. I'm gonna go for Dookie.
Okay, Dookie Gone Green.
Dookie Gone Green.
Nice.
I'm gonna go for him. I heard his one joint Riot, and I love the sound in that
Is
joint.
that como?
It's Brazilian. It's like a
Brazilian.
Brazilian piano mixed.
I like that.
Right? And if you listen to the Brazilian sound now, it's crazy.
Okay.
It's wild, bro. It's like the Amapiano of it's the Amapiano. I don't know what it's called, but it's they have their own sound, which is taking over TikTok. It's taking over it's just taking over TikTok. Right? I'll send you some, offline. You know what I mean?
Shout out.
And it's like he's got that sound there, and I want that producer. I need to just find out who that person is because I want to work with that guy, right? But Dookie Gone Green, when I saw him perform out in the Vault when we did Shoot Your Shot, that guy obliterated the stage.
Oh.
Right? He really, really killed it.
And he's a performer.
Yo. Talk about energy.
Yeah.
He's about the energy, right? But once again, as much about the energy on stage, do you have the energy to continue? Because if they only see him in the Vault, but they don't see him like in Jersey, which is the next stop, and then maybe Pretoria, then maybe, hey, there's also the Pretoria kids. All right?
Yeah.
Those kind of things, then, you gotta sound dope, like, in the headphones as much as you sound dope live.
Okay.
Which is why I'm saying, like, and then you gotta back it up with the work. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go for number 4 for me will be Dookie Gone Green.
Okay.
I'm really impressed on, like, the guy's got a stage presence, and all these guys I've seen perform live. And I've heard their music. So to me, I'm looking at both factors, whereas you would do your reviews only online. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So that's why I want to find the balance, because now you tap, because it's easy to tap in online. You just press play and listen. You get me?
And you like
but have you seen them live?
I've seen a couple, but this one I'm about to mention I haven't.
And who's that?
Duse Wavy. Durban.
Another one.
Hey, I Machita, Hadini, Praz, Nani Fire from PTA.
Now we come in the
Shout out
way.
to Slim Dumpy and all of y'all. But hey, man, Durban, Duse Wavy, bro. Like, I got influenced by his style. I heard him on a couple of joints, especially most recently on the tape Cachapedo.
Shout out to the Kwela boys.
Shout out to the brew, man. But before that, he was actually a content creator. He was going around the streets of Durban asking people questions like make me laugh for 50 rand. And
we actually speak about this in our workshops, but continue. Just remind me on that point.
Yeah, so he made videos like that and they blew up. They got him like motion. Like he had big followers on both Instagram and TikTok for that. But like his heart was on music, of course.
Right.
And he made a sweet transition to music. Like it was effortless. Like if you tapped into him because of the music. So Nabile way, bro, you could say, but his way was just more organic, I guess. And Duse Wavy, bro, he's really good. His tape is also really nice. So
okay,
he's my 5th.
Okay, that's your 5th, right? All right, so I love, like, and this comes back to one of my other points. Before the other point, when you're talking about Duse Wavy, just remind me. So one of my points is, and I saw this with Tall Rookie Worldwide, right?
Okay.
And you'll say like, I've got X amount of this much on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. My one question to you is, if you got so many followers, can you convert them to come to a live paid show? Whether it even be $50?
Yeah, I believe you can. If they
if they're really the shit.
Yeah. If they really the shit as the artist and they shit as fire, easily you can. Because you can.
Because my thing is, hear me out, right? It's dope that you got the numbers online, but you're gonna have to transcend from being online to live. So, and that's where you'll see the real value of you. Like, let's look at Casper. Homie then said, let's fill up. He did it 3 times, bro.
Oh, that's the
so
OG.
that's like a transcending of like saying, yes, I'm the shit. And the numbers you see here is the numbers you see here. So just get 10%. 10%, if you say you got 100,000 people listening to your song, can you just get 10% to a venue? Because then it will purely show you if people are fucking with you.
Yes, I completely agree on that, DJ Switch. And
okay, thank you. All right.
I do. Because I believe if you have motion on TikTok and you can actually leverage that and make something of it, you can get money out of this. And
come on.
Yeah, you can, bro. And if you're very likable on TikTok.
Are you
Why
hitting?
not?
Are you hitting the points right now?
Bruh, like even this artist, Tall Ricky. You mentioned Tall Ricky, now.
Tall Ricky Worldwide. Listen, he's got this joint
Chom.
right?
He features in Nkosi Yamandebele there. I wanna speak on Nkosi Yamandebele because he's up on TikTok. Like his numbers are going crazy.
Right.
And I recently pushed him. I was making a video on some TikTok fame can translate to real life motion because he's one of the artists that I saw. It's possible because he's funny, first of all.
Sure.
Besides the music, he just makes jokes on the internet. And the fact that his music is also fire.
Right.
His fans who like him for his personality will like the song that he does too. And obviously, they'll come to the show that he has. Now he's booked everywhere because
That's crazy.
of the motion, bro.
So my fifth one is going to be, I'm going to go with, from what we saw in Cape Town.
Okay.
Right. We saw Tall Ricky Worldwide. I'm going to give it to him. Right? I'm going to give it to him. There's more. There's a lot more.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to him off the bat, right? Because if I mention my other bros, he's going to sound biased. So let me give it to him. And he's got stage presence. He can perform. He's got the numbers, right? Once again, he must just, I gave him shit on the show, but it was all love, bro. That's what the show's about.
Yeah.
And, it's just about progressing the artist. To ask them the questions they never get asked because they don't have a team, they don't have management. So let me be the advocate and say, Exe. You understand?
I get you.
So, and that's where the interviews really help and assist them because they don't get asked these questions because it's someone from the outside looking in and saying, so ain't like you've got everything, but what about this one? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they don't like that, but that's okay. You know what I mean? Just take it or leave it. No emotions
They have
attached.
to learn, bro.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna give it to Tall Ricky Worldwide. He's got some. He's also got another feature coming with La Cabra. That's a new joint he just dropped recently. Check that out as Tall Ricky Worldwide. And that's a cool thing. And also and he does ride that kind of hood fame. He does ride it. But once again, will he be able to transcend to a Jozi? Right? And look, there is a swag about Maxhosas right now online. There is a vibe coming on, right? There is a vibe happening. The sound, I work with a lot of Xhosa artists, actually. Shout out to Africa, shout out to Bootlegend. Watch out for those two. Trust me. Watch out for those two.
Your mixtape now.
Mixtape. Yeah. We're about to hit 100K on that, by the way.
Shout out. Congrats.
We're at 90,000. So check that. Yeah, so check that out as well. Do you want to still go? Do you want to go on?
Let me think.
The Pretoria Cats, though. G-Tech.
G-Tech was fire. He's
G-Tech. Okay, listen. G-Tech.
Part of Universal.
G-Tech or Mochini?
Mushin, bro.
Yeah.
Mushin has been killing features crazy.
I think he is been killing. I think he's it.
Work.
Yeah. Now you want to you see? Now you want the body.
Exactly what
because
you said.
The body will translate like your direction. And once again, it'll speak on the numbers, whatever. The numbers, it does matter, it doesn't matter. It just depends. I mean, once again, when you see numbers, it's kind of like you're just flaunting. But once again, like the Spotify algorithm is just too wild. It'll go around the world and those kind of things, So, but do you see where my chat is going? And you get me now. It's a different thing. Maybe you also check your reviews next time.
Yeah. Shut up.
Right? No shots.
None at all.
You know what I mean? And I think, that's one thing when I'm looking for an artist, and we're going to get to your event called Barfest because, you've got these artists coming out there,
Yes.
Only thing is we've got one problem. We've got a fucking dig fest at both fests. Right? There's just
the thing.
Too many peepees.
That's the thing.
Damn.
I was expecting at least one lady to come through.
Oh no, we got hands at our show, so we're good. We good. We got hands at our show. We're good.
Dude, that's the thing. Like, it's an opportunity for you to win a verse with the one and only Tony, and
you
could have been there.
And who's the guy that won?
It is Psych. Shout out to him. He won. Psych is really, I think he's here from Jozi. He's an artist here from Jozi, Midrand or Kempton Park.
Right.
I'm not sure.
I'm sure he was so shocked when he won.
Yeah, he was like, huh?
Oh, it's me.
He was so nonchalant about it. Even from get-go, he was like, okay, I'm just going to spit my bars and anything else, I'm just done. And his bars were the flyers. He got the beats.
Is the song done?
Not yet. We're waiting on Tony's team to come to Jozi. But surely before the month ends, it's going to be done. And his talent was so good because it was hard for us to actually choose which one because we had like 4 or 5 finalists there. Yeah. And everyone bought the heat, all 5 of them.
That's dope, bro, because
dude.
So the metrics of the competition was you had to pay $200.
Yeah, pay $200 and the people want to come watch for free, they can, but if you want to participate, you pay. And then we had like 30 people participating, which was really nice because it was an event that happened around the 7th of December when people are actually gone. But the people who remained were there.
Sure.
And wow, the turnout was fire. Shout out to Extreme Culture Studios.
Yeah, so shout out to them. Let's give some claps.
Yeah, shout out to the Brews there. You know, they gave me the opportunity to host there. Chase, Rush, Fix, Tora, all of them, man. They gave me like, they were like, no, Swisher, we see your vision.
Sure.
Do it. And the day came, and I had Bigger Beats as one of the judges. I had Mswenko
Hey, we still
Franco.
have to talk about. We still gotta speak about the fucking producers. Damn.
Bro, we have producers in SA, bro, and we had Anthony, and we also had Kit Kat Makandi, but he had to leave, so I had to just judge and also host the thing, which went effortlessly because it's my thing, of course, you know. So
when you're in charge, you're running the shit. You know what I mean?
Like it's easy, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got to the winner, and eventually, we hosted on the same day Iverson tour happened.
I remember you said this guy still gave a public disclaimer, guys. We know Iverson tour is happening, but
but the Swisher Boss Fest. yeah, I was asked.
We stressed.
Not even. I was asked.
Hey, flex, bro, flex.
Not even. I was asked by one of my journalist friends, SA Hip Hop Reloaded. Shout out to them. They were like, "Yo, aren't you worried that you're hosting on the same day Nasty C is hosting?" I was like, no, bro, like, it's two different events. People can choose to go to which one. Plus, mine is like a day event, and Iverson starts around 4, you know. But we started around 2 and ended around 7, you know.
But here's the magic. It's real simple.
It's real
the people that's
simple.
coming to your event are not performing at Iverson tour, so they gotta go there.
Exactly, and their friends are there as well. Yeah, it was a success. It was the first event, and more to come. That's what I'm
shout out
certain
to you,
about.
man. I mean,
thank you.
And shout out, let's give you some more claps. I think it's just more, it's important that, and that's why, the one thing you gotta ask someone is like, yo, what's your entity? If once again, this is also the number one rule. Shout out to Devon J. He gave me this mantra, or it's just this thing. It's like, if you're not getting booked, book yourself.
Nice.
You know what I mean? It's like, yo, man, like you're sitting there with your arms crossed waiting, but you got all this work, and it's like, well, if you got all this work, then book yourself.
Yep.
If you really got that 200,000 followers, streaming your music, put out something and say, hey, come and support my fest or come support my show.
Here's Golfontaine.
They did it. They did it 3 years in a row.
I mean,
for it to pop off, and look at what happened.
The motion.
But it's the consistency and the momentum that they kept building on. And most people want to just get tired and then they quit. And then they go, this thing doesn't work. It's a scam, blah, 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 blah. Right? But I think it's like, yo, you got to put in the work. You can't be lazy. Right? And I think, from you to transcend, like, once again, you're online, but now let's see you in real time.
Make it in real life.
Let's see you streaming now in real time now.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Let's hear your music.
Let's see you perform. Let's see you all do all this cool stuff. And I think a lot of people forget that, you're great online, but like, yo, can we start, seeing you in real life? Because COVID is over, so you got to get outside. You know what I mean? And jump in when you feel like it. But do you have any more artists before we?
No.
No more.
No more. I've been naming artists until the show ends.
Oh, okay. Homie's flexing out here on us, isn't it? All right. So, all right. Any dates for the next Bar Fest?
We're thinking early March or late March.
Another featured artist?
I don't want to name yet, but like it's gonna be a very big artist.
Right.
Like an OG.
Like an OG.
Yeah.
All right.
Stay tuned.
Hey, okay. And
Stay
also
tuned.
Fridays, you drop the news. It's like the weekend. It's like the weekly
Fridays.
Swisher Fridays.
Oh man.
It's like the switch up. You know what I mean?
Yes.
How did you come up with the name Swisher?
Swisher? Oh, my name.
Yeah.
Okayswisher. Made in Tokyo. This artist was really short. Let's go, Bobby. Travis Scott. Ace like emo. Being not gonna lie. Yeah, that bro.
It sounds like he's gonna drop.
Yeah, no, he's from the States. Me, I'd watch these niggas if I
Oh,
rap, bro,
my word. We got beats, though. We got beats.
Let me be a commentator, bro.
Be the presenter.
I don't wanna end careers right
now.
Okay. It's just jokes. But yeah, bro, like there was this ad lib I kept on hearing. It was like Okayswisher. I was like, oh, this is really dope, because I didn't have a name. my name was Lance, but like it's too close to my real name, Ulandil. It's like, no, man, I need a dope name, and I like swishers too, so it just made sense where I was like, okay, my name will be Okayswisher. It's just simple. And then I ran with it. Babil, I didn't even know you. I knew you from what's that freestyle with Nasty C, Shane Eagle, Questa.
No, you got it all wrong. You gotta go do your research.
Yeah.
Now one never doesn't have Nasty C. Now one never is Proverb, Shane Eagle,
Oh yeah.
Caesar Alakain, and Questa.
There's no Nasty C there.
Nasty C's on Wade go with Youngster and Stogie T.
Oh yeah. And you there as well, right?
I'm on all of it.
Nice. Okay.
I'm all around that shit.
nice.
Right?
Nice.
All right, cool. So, I mean, like, it's great to see that, just not from being online and being on the streets, because that's also contribution, but also contributing to the Bar Fest, which I think is great because, you're giving up-and-coming artists an opportunity to get a feature.
Yes.
Right? Which I think is brilliant, if the artists are willing. If you're going to get... So, here's the thing. Let's do the math, right? 30 artists, $200. That's a nice, cool 6K. You get me? Where does that 6K go to? Does that go to studio time? Does it go to you?
Studio time, people help me at Extreme, me as well.
Right. So, once again, we just translated because it gave the numbers here on, on the show. So we just had to do the math. Right. So, it's a smart way because you leveraging off, your investment of doing, Okayswisher Fridays. And then, of course, you've got Soul, you're going to different events, you're covering events. Now you're sitting on panels too. Huh?
Hey man, I'm here. Put me on Switch now.
No, but it's not a panel. This is just a discussion. But we are doing and I think we're not gonna do this once.
Okay.
We're gonna do this a couple of times, like quarterly.
I get it.
Right? I think it's great. I think we're coming from different perspectives, but I think you've got the knowledge. You're giving us the keys. You're giving us everything. You know what I mean? It's not like let me scratch my head and think about it.
Yeah.
But you've done your research. You've seen some of these artists. You've listened to some of these artists, and I think that's great because some people, to have this kind of broad perspective and to go and do the homework, it takes a lot of work.
It does.
You know what I mean? No one's paying you to do that. You're doing this out of the love. You found a gap and it's working for you. Because a lot of content creators will just be like, actually, we don't actually have anybody else that does reviews.
And that's why the labels love me.
But shout out to Space Impact. We got Space Impact that we're on the same level.
Mm-hmm.
Who else can we see that really is on this level?
In terms of podcasts.
Well, podcasts, whatever, any kind of media.
Shout out to Swanko Franco, bro. He's really dope. Preacher. And
we also got AOK.
AOK.
Yeah,
Subliminal Visuals.
Subliminal Visuals. We got
Red Live.
We also got the graphics. What's the other guy's name?
We have LOTV, Zinga. Oh.
But once again, with Zinger, it's not up and coming artists.
Oh, okay.
It's more prominent artists, right? But shout out to Zinger though. A lot of people. People heard about Usman Mani from
Zinger,
right? That was a blow up. That was a real blow up for everybody to see who Usman Mani is. You know what I mean? And I think that was really. He also gave props to Zinger. He said, gave his thanks and all that.
He was like, somebody tell Zinger I'm ready to chop it.
Oh, really? Then that was it.
Songs, yeah. And Zinger was like, yeah, come through.
Right? And and the thing is, we can't be duplicates of other shows. We can't have the same guests. Yes, it gives great feedback. And there's certain levels. Like if this is the first stage before you get to the final boss, which is MacG, you know what I mean? Type shit, you know what I mean? Like work your way in this industry, then so be it. You know what I mean?
I get you.
So once again, let us know in the comment section who you'd like to see on the show. But you've heard everything we discussed here. You've heard how we think. Right? And it's a matter of actually these guys, it's either they're actually talking a lot of shit, but that's also okay. But it's just the way we kind of, do reviews. It's called vetting. Okay. And, you got to vet the artist before you give them that dab. Like, go check them out. Like sonically, for me, first of all, sonically, how do you sound? Right? And then I got to see you live.
Performing.
Then I want to say okay, now that person's got it.
I get you.
Another person, Lizzie Nguhle.
Oh. The winner for Sunlight.
Yeah, she chowed last year. She's been working. She's literally just working right now. She's a horse, bro. Trust me, no offense, but I'm just saying she's running.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I said no offense. I don't know how you took it, right? Come on, all right?
Yeah.
She's running. You know what I mean? She's running, and she didn't stop because she vied left on the piano wave and said, it's not working here. And we chatted about it, and she said, let me get back onto my shit. She's dope. Another one. If she no funo yekani.
Okay.
Come on.
I saw her on Back to the City.
Back to the City, she was the host.
Yeah.
But have you heard her?
I haven't tapped into.
I think you need to tap into.
I should now.
You should.
Shout out to her. Lizzie Lane, she's also fire. You know her.
Lizzie Lane. No.
From Cape Town. One of these artists who are also bubbling.
We also got Lee Drakey from Cape Town.
Okay.
Yeah, she was out at Shoot Your Shot. I saw her perform. She's hardcore, bro. Yeah. Lee Drakey from Cape Town, also hardcore. There's another homie, is it Optic Nerve. Optic Nerve. He won he won the freestyle battle, but it was just dope. With somebody we had on the show as well, Samora, from what we heard from the first time, Samora Magwa.
Oh, okay.
Also way, you know what I mean?
Shout out.
When we had him on the show, compared to his performance, it's two different things. He's changed his sound, and you know, there's something also, you know what I mean? There's a lot of artists that's bubbling. Another guy from Durban is a Sazzy. There's two Sazzies from Durban, right? That's the Sazzy, and also Celestial Mike. Have you heard of Celestial Mike?
No.
Right, another artist from Durban. They're killing it out there. They're on the underground. Check out Zakwe's Hood versus Hood.
Okay.
There's a lot of artists out there that you have to check.
From Durban.
That movement
Durban
is strong.
They love hip hop that
right?
side.
Pretoria. Trophy surprised me.
I'm tapping Trophy.
Trophy surprised me.
He's really good.
He is really good.
Dope cadence.
Yeah, he is really good. Check out Trophy. That's another one. This year, if he gets it right, he can still continue. He actually had a dope wave, but it just didn't land.
Okay.
He's got the numbers, he's got the look, he's building a brand. It's now the new marketing to get out there. You know what I mean? I'm gonna mention it. Tell Africa, the new sound that he's got now. He's got a joint called Manati. That's fire, right?
That's the sound.
That's the sound for him. You know, it is provoked by the late AKA, and he can hate me on that, but he's a fan. But I can hear it. Yeah, the inspiration's coming through the music. I can hear it. Who else on the female side?
Effa from Cape Town. She's really dope.
Effa.
Yeah, she's really.
You gotta put us on.
She's aggressive on the mic, and
you gotta put us on.
Yeah, she's dope. I will. And there's this other artist which I like, and I compare him to Maclera Doughboy because of his sound. His name is Moa. Has big motion, bro. I feel like the comments are gonna be like, yeah, we know it's Moa. That's how his motion is.
Right.
He's really dope, and I feel like it's just a matter of time. He blows up.
Right. Last point I want to ask you, right? And I think this is such a great thing because I've always been a fan of dudes delivering. Obviously, we've always got freestyles on the show, and I always ask artists to rap, and it worked for two guys last year, just for two.
Out of the 125.
No, out of the whole of South Africa, I would say.
Oh, okay.
Right. It worked for two dudes, right? Which is Leo Brown and Kane Kid.
Tony. I saw
Tony?
That went up.
No, not on our show though. I mean, in general.
Okay.
On our show, it was Tony Damani. Like, jeez.
Yeah.
Before just after Big Boy, I think it was. We got him.
Okay.
Right. So before even the Red Joint, what's the Red album called?
Red October.
Induction. Oh, it was called Red October. Right. So before Red October, we already had Tony Damani. Before they even went, I think it was just when they dropped Ifilim, right? Ooh, and I think song. Check, right? Tony Damani is on there, right?
No,
it's not.
Usi's only.
Right. So just after they dropped Ifilim, then we got Tony.
Okay.
Right after Big Boy, and shout out to him. He went gold, I think, 9 December. They announced it, but we actually knew when he came into studio. He told us like, "Yo, we already gone gold and platinum on some singles, but Risa hadn't given us not Risa, RIA, whatever. Hadn't given them the letter of verification,
Dope.
right? So I'm always a fan of bars and all that kind of stuff, and it worked in favor of Leo Brown and Kane Kid.
Yo, that's
right?
talent right there.
Right, and people always say like, "Oh, that's a great point." Is talent relevant today as what it was in our golden era? Is it still making waves today compared to like
this time?
Well, the bubblegum kind of stuff.
I like that question because you could say King Kid and Leo Brown are making it cool again to rap, But I'd say talent.
It sounds like a Swisher Fridays now.
Hey man, Swisher Fridays, tap in there. But yeah, rapping, bro. I think this time and age, bro, you can blow up by just being cool and not being a dope rapper. It's like a different era. And back then, in your time, you had to be talented.
Not that old though.
Yeah, not at all. But 2010?
Yeah, I'm 27 out here. You feel me? Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out. You're 2 years older than me.
There you go. Right?
But yeah, bro. If I'd say, bro, I'd say talent right now isn't as NB as your last
Golden era.
golden era, I
Yeah.
guess. You see, because now you can prove yourself by just being a person who's popular online, but your music doesn't translate to that.
Let's go back to that point of the homie from Durban who was funny online.
Nkosi Mandebele.
No, the guy was funny online.
Nkosi Mandebele is the one who's funny online.
And then he
from
blew
Cape
up and then
Town.
no, from Durban.
Do say wavy.
Do say wavy,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
This
yeah.
is another point.
Okay.
I feel like, social hype can kill the craft.
Can.
So let's say, for example, there's a really talented artist, but he doesn't have the social hype or presence as much as like a Sonabile, right? Because that's also another avenue that, well, if I've got 100 subscribers on YouTube, I can convert this. I just got to pay back a Blackie, let's say hypothetically 100 rack to give me a feature. And dude, that song blew up like over time. It entered your I don't know where it entered, but it entered your head like you couldn't, and then everyone's cool, you know what I mean? And then it blew up, right? It blew up, and in the beginning we were like, hey, even my man, it was like, what is this man saying? Right? But do you think that sort of like kills? And look, no disrespect to content creators. I mean, like, you're getting your bag, you're finding a way to intercept, just like any social media influencer is a DJ, and every other influence, is now there's too many DJs, but is the talent there? And does that really affect the craft? Where someone's working and writing and they graded their pen, and then it's like, yo, I'll never make it because I got 10 followers and I got people somebody got 100K.
Hey, I wanna just compare Usonwabile and Blackie to
No, we're not comparing. It's just overall.
I hear you, ne? To what's happening to the States
Yeah.
with Blackboy Max and DDG. They have this song Pig Sweats that's going crazy in the States, and Blackboy Max is a streamer, but he's always had a love for music. And Nosonwabile, you can tell that even when he was at UFS, he used to rap a lot and make diss tracks to Ghost Ruby, and you could tell that this guy loves music, but he still has to work.
The battle
on
of the YouTubers.
Hey man, that's not my avenue, but
Right.
I'm just tapped in,
Sure.
So Black, he saw that this guy has motion, and he gave him the best verse, because that verse on Abeko could be Blackie's best verse from last year, because he did a lot on that verse. He even dissed to Lucas Raps, bro.
But you see, you mentioning Blackie, but you're not mentioning Sonabile.
It's getting there. It's getting there,
Right.
So the influence, I think it won. Sonabile won with having Blackie on the track, just like Blackie won with having Sonabile, because now the content
But you saw the value in it. You saw the value.
Yeah, he
Right.
did. And the fans Sonabile has, they gravitate towards Blackie, and now you see Sonabile, Blackie appearing a lot on the vlogs, Sonabile. And now Sonabile can drop an EP that features Obo Kindly Nash or K-Kid.
Well, I mean, it's
Days.
I mean, he's taken a K-Cent kind of approach to it.
Yeah.
K-Cent, sorry, K-Cent approach, or I Show Speed kind of approach, where it's like, hey man, I've got this audience, which is real time, bigger than television, and it's we go time anytime.
And you guys know that I've done music before, so what if I make a song with the best rapper in South Africa?
Sure.
And that's what he did, and it helped him, but I don't think it can help everyone who is a content creator but doesn't have the same motion Usonwabile has,
right.
So it's different people. If you really that up and you're like one of the biggest content creators in South Africa, you can get Ublackie, you can get Baby Days or Kindly Nash or K-Kid on your track. But if you're an average brew who's just pushing regular numbers, it's going to be harder for you to do that.
Sure.
Yabo. So, just Blackboy Max as well. He's up, so he can get a DDG on his song. And that song is crazy. It's going up on TikTok and all these...
Yo.
Yeah.
We can go on forever. But I think that's a great start to 2025. And I think definitely going to do a quarterly show. If Okayswisher's with it.
I'm down.
We'll get a name for it, and we'll see how we can adjudicate it. You know what I mean?
I like that.
And, I think it's a great discussion just to compare everything. Just to compare and put it into context, because we're looking for 2025's top 10 artists. We're looking for them. You know what I mean? Let's do the forecast. Let's know in the comment section, who are you forecasting for 2025? Because we know that we have our regulars, but we need to focus. We need to see. Because if sometimes we can shed some light on those people, then maybe it'll give them motivation to work harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think if we can see the forefront and see where, kind of hip hop is kind of being stirring to, then yeah. Top 2 producers, quickly.
Top 2 producers. Mash Beats. I have to. Okay,
is that it?
Coming up.
Give us. We know.
Okay, let me give
Let's
you.
not compete with
You
our
know,
presidente.
Craig creates. He produced for Black. He produced Investigate, and I like this one called Keywave. He's really on the melodic type of sound. He made a song with, is it King Kid or Blue Papi? I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. I might be wrong there, bro.
But Blue Papi alone also. Love him.
Blue Papi. And he's jumping into piano. How do you feel about rappers doing piano and hip hop?
Okay, that's a good question.
R&B?
And I think, R&B is part of hip hop.
Yeah.
The thing is, let's go back to then Reason becoming Sizwe Alakhane.
Sure.
I think it's a perfect example that a lot of people really haven't really tapped into, and it's just that's his decision, that's his preference. But when he did drop his Sizwe Alakhane versus Reason album, it just was a drop. It was shaky.
Confusing.
Yeah, exactly. So my thing is this, right? And I say this at our workshops. Check out Shoot Your Shot, the workshops when it does happen. Our next one is 1st of March. I'm putting it out there into the universe. When you jump from hip hop, I say this very, people are gonna say like that's very arrogant of you or ignorant. If I go and I tell you like, yo, if you didn't make it in hip hop, and you jump to piano and you don't make it in piano, that leaves you in the middle. It kind of makes you like a failed artist.
As a whole.
Yeah, but I mean, you see, like you're also like, oh damn.
I'm like, shit.
You know what I mean?
Imagine being that. Yeah.
Imagine being there, because now you kind of, and yes, you gotta try, but try one thing first, and once you succeed, then you can steer. I mean, Drake became the baddest spitter. That guy had his pen game didn't stop until today, and then once he's got an audience, you can say, hey, I've done this R&B song. Listen to this.
Yes.
Right? And love it or hate it, because that's what Drake did. Said, I'm gonna start doing it for the Huns.
Okay.
Because they're done now. I'm here. I can rap. I can spit. I'll kill anybody. Even Eminem, I can shut you down.
Let me sing on Successful now.
You feel me?
Get you.
So, once you establish like a foundation, and so, once again, you become a hometown hero in your hood, and then move out. Sometimes, jumping to different genres too quickly because of a wave could kill who you authentically need to be.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I mean, Reason has a long history of writing, and because he said like, let me try this thing actually, and he killed it. And he in actual fact made more money as I'm a piano artist than as a hip hop artist, right? I mean, also like he said, it's the first time he gets a plaque.
I saw on this interview he had on Slick on Life. Shout out Slick on Life.
I'm gonna send Slicker. I'm send Slicker invoice. Like
yo,
the promo out here.
Putting on soul, man. He was like, Reason, I don't think I'd be relevant as Reason in this time and age, so I had to switch up to Sizwe Alakhane.
Right.
Because I don't think Reason would make money in this era, but Sizwe Alakhane in Amapiano is thriving, and
bro,
and he is thriving, and he had the awareness to be like, okay, you know what, let me try this, and he tried it, and he was really good. So if you can try something and be really good at it, why not, bro?
You get me?
Why not?
You get me? That's what I say. Like, if you're failing here, then you fail here. Then you must go to gospel once.
Once, Rebecca feature, just...
You feel me? And on that note, we about to edit. This is very, very exciting. Thank you so much, bro, for coming through, man. He was like, oh, is this going to be like 30 minutes? I'm like, yeah, something like that. But, shout out to you for coming through, man. We appreciate you. Shout out to the work you do. Check your show out every Friday. I know he only does it.
Fridays, yeah. We've never missed a Friday, ever.
But you only do it on Instagram,
TikTok, YouTube.
Okay. All right, so make sure, but I think, let us know in the comment section who you'd like us to talk about. I think we'll do this like a quarterly thing. We'll get a name for it.
Yes.
I think that'll be dope. We'll put the two names together and see what we come up with. We'll brainstorm it around that. Dope. And make sure you also check out Barfest. You don't know
Swisher's Bar Fest.
Swisher's Bar Fest. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Right, check out that as well. Anything else in the pipeline?
Yeah. Follow me as well, James. Like at Okayswisher, Instagram, TikTok. I use TikTok a lot, but most especially YouTube. I need y'all at YouTube because
the algorithm. Give us, guys. Give us the algorithm. Just hit the like, man. Hit the like.
Please.
Give us a comment. Do anything. We just need the algorithm. And on that note, your boy DJ Swish, the Mixtape King, and of course, Okayswisher. And just like that, yo, we got a new angle up there. We out.